if you start yelling at someone, if it's a huge thing, like fucking do something that like wastes a shit ton of money or like hurts someone, that's a perfectly 100% valid time to start yelling at someone. But like if you like drop a container, like that's not worth yelling over. The fuck no, hell no. You yelling doesn't make people respect you. From what I can tell, most at least people from my generation, Gen Z, whatever, if you yell at them, it doesn't show that you like have like authority. It shows that you're insecure and like have pretty bad like emotional regulation and self-control or whatever. What I'm about to say is probably gonna sound like I'm bullshitting, but like I respect you far more if you just like confront me in like a monotone voice. Even if you're right when you're confronting me and you're yelling, I still wanna snap back at you with some like sarcastic whatever, just because like you're fucking yelling. Like if you want me to agree with you and do the thing that you're wanting me to do, yelling isn't gonna like me to want to do that. It's just gonna make me resent you and not respect you. Flip side of that is that like sometimes you'll do something that like someone else doesn't like. Instead of them just saying something to you about it, they'll be like all like passive aggressive. Just be direct. I may be being hypocritical by calling this out because I might do it, at least in my experience. I'm talking for myself here. I'd rather be punched in the face than have someone be passive aggressive with me. Because being passive aggressive is so fucking annoying. Oh my god. It doesn't achieve the goal you want. It's basically just like rage bait. So it's so counterintuitive and stupid. Just say what you want to say. Just fucking get to the point. Quit being a dipshit. Say what you want to say. Call me out, whatever. Just don't be passive aggressive. That's just annoying as hell. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. They're about to die. And then they come up with like the single coolest one-liner like of all time. It would suck so much if like you like got stabbed and were trying to say like you came up with like you were about to die. You were about to die and you had your one-liner. You knew what you were gonna say, but like you kept like stuttering over your words and like stumbling over it and like couldn't quite say what you're trying to say, but like you die before you finish saying. This is my impression of Trump dancing. Time that someone asks me like where the bathroom is, instead of like telling them where the bathroom is, and I'm just gonna say stupid like anywhere if you're brave enough.
Next time someone asks me where the bathroom is, then instead of answering them, I'm gonna say anywhere if you're brave enough. I just came up with that.
I was high on pot news.
What's up, bitches? Today, so there's this guy that I work with, and I end up bad at his job. He's been there for like a month and a half now, and he's just so bad at it. Like it's actually kind of annoying how bad he is. Like he keeps making the exact same mistakes every single time. 80% of the time, he just like calls out. Like he was supposed to be there Saturday. He called in sick. He was supposed to be there Sunday. He called in sick. He was supposed to be there today. He called in sick. And the same thing happened on Wednesday. Happens like several times a week. Asking for 40 hours a week. He's getting around 20 hours a week. And he's calling off like 12 of those hours every week. He's not working any of his shifts. He comes up with some like bullshit excuse every time and has someone else work his shift. When he doesn't come into work, then we have to have someone else fill in the shift. And sometimes we can't get someone to fill in the shift. Sometimes we just end up with like people missing. It's fucking stupid. So hopefully she stops scheduling him. Couldn't really see what I was doing because fucking thing, this stupid shit. Ooh, no. I don't know, man. You know, wearing sandals while doing this shit's probably not the most like Albert Einstein type thought process. Even though my hair looks like Albert Einstein. Well, you know, everyone's talking about like Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, but like I'm a bumpy criminal. What do you mean I can't run with scissors? Fucking fun. If you just go into a food bank and start stealing food, can they actually do anything? Because like, can they actually do anything? Because like,
is it bank robbery?
Because like, the food is there to feed hungry people, but if you're a hungry person and you steal the food,
But you didn't have an appointment. Like if some weird farm guy goes and fucks one of his sheep, but the sheep was underage.
it's nice outside. Today's the first day I biked this entire year. It's May 16th. Crossing roads, it just sucks. If you don't look both ways 5 times, man, I really gotta do like a leg day or something. This is pitiful. My thighs hurt so bad, oh my god. Didn't really see anything worth getting, so I didn't get anything. Now I'm probably gonna head back because my legs hurt. I don't really feel like going further, though I won't. Was going to like ride my bike to work and then like order a burger or something, just going to an open house later. After thinking about it for like half a second, I realized, oh, I probably shouldn't. I like left my fanny pack unzipped. So when I like crossed the street, then my water bottle like just flew out. I don't know about you, I don't really want that. Very fun series of events. What the fuck was that? He pulled out of the driveway, made 2 right turns, and pulled back into the driveway. What the fuck? Why? What? I pumped all the tires all the way up 5 minutes before I started riding it.
Pause.
Pause? Pause what?
You said something gay, so you gotta say no homo, or else you the homo.
And I've ridden it like around 2 miles, and now the bikes are basically flat. Plus, the fucking wheel, like how hard you have to push. Like the wheels are so small that like you have to pedal twice as much. I kind of want to get a new bike, like one of those like electric ones. It has like the battery where like you pedal for a little bit and then use the battery and like it, you know, propels itself forward or whatever. But like those are really expensive. You know, they're doing construction here. I'm very, very curious where the cutoff point is. It's like a branching pathway, right? And like a good half mile that way, they're doing construction. I'm gonna walk over there and see how far you have to go to actually like find the construction. It says sidewalk closed. Pathway is very walkable, so I guess I'm technically trespassing, but at the same time, it's a public walkway. I don't really care. I'm not disrupting anyone. This bike is really bad for uphill. Some of that might just be my weak fucking kneecaps, but like combination, it's definitely a combination. Riding your bike is a lot less intensive than walking is. Like the force you put in to push down a pedal propels you forward far more than you lifting your legs 4 times. How bad my bike is, it's a combination of like how bad my kneecaps are. Cheaper calorie wise for me to just walk my bike. Oh my god, I gotta sit down here for a minute. It's like really bad. I really hate these sunglasses, but they were the only ones that I could find, though. Whoop-de-doo. We're gonna keep moving. Bike broke in the middle of all this riding. Next time I'm just gonna walk. That was horrendous. I saw a squirrel come running across the yard holding the jelly half of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I tried to go inside and get some like crackers to give it, but when I started approaching it, it ran away. I don't blame it. I would run away from me too if I were the size of a squirrel. There's been this like big push in the last like decade or so for like wireless earbuds. They're cool. Wireless earbuds are cool. The switch to wireless earbuds wasn't really necessary. Like wired earbuds are still really good. In a lot of cases, I prefer wired earbuds. The only time that I actually use wireless earbuds is like on my computer, because I don't really feel like having a wire ding from my computer all the way to my ear. That's just a little annoying. My MP3 player, I can just like put the MP3 player in my pocket, and then like string the put the wire like in my shirt, and like have the one earbud in my ear, and then the other earbud just like paper clipped to my like shirt. That works pretty good. It saves battery on my MP3 player, because like I used to use wireless on that MP3 player, and the battery would only last around like 2-3 hours. Wired earbuds, the battery lasts like a good 5 or 6. That's cool. There's this like debate. It's not really a debate. I'm just presenting it as a debate because it makes for a decent transition to what I'm about to talk about. I don't really know which is better with wireless earbuds. Then, you know, obviously it's in the name. It's like there's no wire, so it's just like in your ear. That is an upside. That is an upside of wireless. Downside of wireless, you have to charge them. They drain your battery faster. Super easy to lose. They disconnect all the time. If you want to switch earbuds, then you have to like go and then you just hope that someone else doesn't like accidentally connect to the other one or something. Because like I've had that happen where like I have like the same type of wireless earbuds as someone, and they will just like accidentally connect to whatever I'm listening to. Wireless earbuds range of like around 8 meters or like 20 feet, about the same. I think I didn't pay attention in calculus. Yeah, wireless has like a range of like 8 meters or something, but like between devices, at least in my experience. And then wired is like a foot or two. And then also with wired earbuds, want to like get the earbud in the other ear, that you can just like half a fucking second. It's awesome. I don't really like wireless earbuds except for the one specific time that I use it and the one specific thing that they're marketed for. I prefer wired ones, but there is a time and a place for wireless. They shouldn't be the standard. Like they should still have headphone jacks in phones and stuff. The moment that we let them remove the headphone jack was like the exact moment that we like died as a civilization. The fact that they removed that is really stupid. And like it didn't even solve problems, because they removed the headphone jack to encourage people to use wireless, but a good amount of people still just use like the dongle thing. So you didn't really solve an issue. You just invented a new one and marketed it as progress. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We are Charlie Brown. I don't really know why people keep thinking that I do steroids. You know, this is all natural. You know, like this here, dude. You know, go to the gym, man. That's all you gotta do. About the trolley problem. Those of you who do not know what the trolley problem is, there's a train. There's a split path. On one track, then there's 5 people tied down. On the other track, there's 1. Train is heading towards the 5. There's a lever to make it so that it tracks into just the 1. Would you pull the lever? On the one hand, you are directly responsible for the one person's death, but at the same time, we're willing to admit that you not doing anything is making you responsible for the other's deaths. There's like 17 cans of worms to open right there. My personal take on it: pull the lever and like try to untie the one dude before the train hits him. Pull the lever so that it jumps the track or something, doesn't directly go into either of them. Chance that like makes the train on a fucking topple over, which would kill a lot of people inside of it. So if you do that, you're directly responsible for a lot of deaths instead of just one. Then there's also the big question of who the fuck tied the people to the track. And then there's also a version of that: 5 people tied the tracks, but in front of you is a really fat person. You can push them off of the train to stop. So fucking stupid and ridiculous of like a modification to it, but it's also objectively funny.